Hi, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to talk about hosting homestay students. So we have hosted homestay students since 2015, so quite a few years. We've recently stopped due to the change in our household and the rooms not being available anymore. So our children have moved from sharing rooms into their own rooms, and there's not quite enough space anymore to host homestays. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to share some of the experiences that we've had over the years and our so-called wisdom for the homestay process. So we have had homestay students through Education Queensland International. So this is the web page here. So I'll click on host an international student. So if you want to host an international student, EQI are really good to go through. We've always gone through EQI in the past. So they have connections with local schools. If you go to their web page and you go to the school list, so certain contact areas, and it's got all the list of schools in which you can have homestays. So this is for Queensland, and it's got the different regional areas. So if, say, you find a school that you're interested in, you can then contact that school. And each one of these schools has a homestay coordination within that school. Okay, so the process of becoming a host family is, firstly, you need to get a blue card. So this is usually organised through the school. So looking at the school list, finding a school, contacting the school, and then organising a blue card. You get a free blue card because it's actually characterised as volunteer work when you do hosting of international students. Once your blue card is processed, there's a few bits of paperwork to fill out with the actual school, and then they'll put you on the list for the next round of intake, or maybe they might have some changes happening within their hosting community and you might get a student straight away. Now, with the school, so they will do regular inspections. So I believe it's annually or twice a year. They just come, have a look at the room, have a little chat, just check that everything's still good. So it's not usually an issue, and they organise with that with you prior. So in terms of the requirement for the room, depending on the school, they have slightly different things. So the ones we went through, that school was a desk with a lamp, a bed, and a closing bedroom. And then anything else that you wanted to add to that, you could add to it. So we always had, a spare change of linen so that they could wash their own sheets and have a rotation going, a couple of sets of towels again, so they could have one for the beach, one for home, and they could have a spare for each one of those. So just little things like that. And we had adequate cupboard space and coat hangers and anything that you kind of really need to have a comfortable room. So that's kind of what you need. That's what you need to do. So blue card, contact the school, and then they will set you up from there. How much do you get paid? Because obviously hosting a student is going to cost you money, and you need to know how much income you're going to get from that. So if I click on financial, okay, let's go general. Okay, what will I receive? You'll receive $1,400 a month per student, and this is to cover your expenses. So the meals are provided for the student, the accommodation, the electricity, and the water. Now you can opt to charge for internet, or you can include internet usage in that. A lot of homestays don't provide internet anymore, and their student they have to have a mobile phone, and they'll use the internet through their mobile phone. When we first started hosting, it was essential to have the internet, but now it's not essential to have internet provided. So that money is tax-free for your first two students. So if we think of it on weekly, that's $350 a week, tax-free per student. So if you have two, you can have $700 a week tax-free for the students. Now there are costs to host them, but that's the income that you'll get. It changes a little bit every year, but it doesn't go up by much, maybe like $10. So over the years, before COVID, it was actually a really good payment because groceries were a lot cheaper. Now, the extra cost in food can eat into your expenses. So, what are the benefits? We've loved having homestay students over the years, mainly for the cultural exchange and for the educational experience for our children. So, when we started hosting, we had young children, basically newborn children, and we've had 2 children over the time that we have been hosting. And it was very good for them. They had an extra friend in the house. We did things together, and it's a good all-round experience. Okay, so I'll talk more in the next video, but this video was just to show you kind of how to get started hosting, and I'll talk more about what happens when they arrive in the next video. So thank you. Bye.